Alright, good morning. Hello. By the light of my single candle, I wanted to talk about the idea I had for today's video. I've been looking for ways to expand my creative abilities and try and teach myself stuff outside of school. I thought for today's video, I would try and recreate one of my favorite photography editing styles. I've been wanting to try this style for a while, and I thought what better time than this crisp transition from summer to fall. I thought it would be a good idea to actually do an idea this week that would get me out of my apartment, because that's something I've been needing to work on. With all of the fun things that are going on outside, I have gotten very anxious, and I sometimes find it tough to leave my apartment. Something I've been wanting to do for a while and get better at, that I had a lot of fun with during college, was doing photo shoots. I am by no means like actually really educated in photography. I learned how to use a film camera in high school, but other than that, I guess in my own brain, I apply a lot of these same composition and general design rules that I use with my computer graphic design, but trying to apply it to photography. I thought I would just like have fun with a nice photo shoot. Plus, having recently moved to Astoria, as you may be seen in my previous video, my New York City moving vlog, how better to become better acquainted with this new area that I'm living in, but to go around and blissfully appreciate the local architecture. The main distinction that I wanted to draw between the work of my inspiration, which for this video is at Artistic Visuals on Twitter and Instagram, I believe. His name is Reshad. His work is truly incredible. I'll put up so many examples. While I in no means am trying to copy him in any way, I, like many other artists, use inspirations as a way to fuel our own creativity and adapt our interpretations of certain techniques into our own work. So I hope that no one feels that I am copying this person's work in any way. I can also put up a few other examples of people that kind of do this style. I couldn't really figure out precisely what the style is, and maybe that's because it's so new and exciting that it doesn't really have a specified name. But if anyone actually knows out there, please let me know. I'd love to do some more research into other artists that utilize this technique. One of the things I really appreciate about this work is how surreal it is, and how it takes these very familiar land/cityscapes and reimagines them in a way that sort of brings out the childlike wonder of your imagination and interpreting that into this very familiar landscape. While Reshad's work focuses primarily on very traditional American suburban spaces, given my current living area, I wanted to try doing that with more of the local architecture here, and seeing how the shapes and patterns and colors that emerge in my photography will then inform my hyper-color, exaggerated, hue-changing editing. Again, I don't know how this is actually going to turn out, but we'll see what happens. It's currently Friday. My previous video, the window shopping for fonts video, just went up today, so I'm still riding the high of my 9 views. Definitely not refreshing that page over and over again. So tomorrow, let's see if I work up the will to actually put on an outfit and such. And oh wait, tomorrow's Saturday. There's gonna be people out. Nonetheless, I will attempt to break out of this shell that is our fun new apartment and actually try and do something fun and productive outside. But let's check back tomorrow with Mikayla's decision on if we're gonna leave our apartment or not. Also depending on how much work I have for my job, because I may have said I was available this weekend. So check back tomorrow. Alright, voiceover Mikayla has officially joined the chat. I tried to film an intro this morning for the stuff that I was thinking and trying to figure out before I left on my photo walk, but I wasn't really happy with the footage, so here I am to explain how today went. So let's get into it. I kind of just put on some music and started walking. I had an idea to go towards Astoria Park. Now, being there on this fall afternoon, it was honestly so beautiful. And while I was heading over there, I happened to come across this vintage furniture store warehouse thing. Yeah, enjoy this clip of me sitting in Astoria Park. I think it's almost time to head back home. I'll try and take a different route so I can maybe find some other buildings that I haven't seen yet. So, oh, that is a beautiful dog. Productive day. And there's a squirrel looking at me right now. Hello. I'm just excited to import all these photos into my computer and start editing. Hopefully I'll be able to do something cool with all these shots. And I've also been looking on Twitter while I've been sitting here for other artists that are doing this kind of like hyper surreal color editing style thing. And I've seen so many, and they all have such different sort of aesthetics and color palettes that they like to use. So hopefully I'll be able to, I don't know, find my niche within that sort of style, and I'll mess around a bunch with Lightroom and see what I can come up with. Alright, we're back. So, here's some of the photos that I took. This is just me scrolling through Lightroom. I didn't really want to formally edit all of these in because they're honestly not that great, but the joy and the wonder is with what I do with them in post. So let's get into it. Started off by putting a bunch of these into Lightroom and then doing some minor exposure, contrast stuff, maybe messing around with split toning, just kind of adding a base layer of color and contrast, and then going in afterwards and doing the right click edit in Photoshop. Then I just went for it. I just added hue altering layers on top of each other, color balance stuff, changing all these blending modes, and just seeing what happens, you know? I am by no means an expert in stuff like this, and if you zoom in, the lines aren't that great, but the colors are fun, so that's all that counts for me right now. That's all I care about. You can see in this one that I wanted the windows to be a different color, so I went in and masked those out, and now I can change all of that. It was so fun just putting on some music and messing around and just seeing what happens. I, much like many other people probably, don't fully understand what each blend mode does in Photoshop, so just going in and experimenting, seeing what happens is, in my opinion, what came up with all of these really cool results. Here, enjoy this crazy montage of some fun color editing. I keep staring at myself in the viewfinder. I need to stare at you right there. Hi, friend. I hope you want to be friends with me. May all the fun colors present in this video tickle your brain, much like they tickle mine. Shout out one more time to Reshad at Artistic Visuals for being such an inspiration and also a really nice person. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, comment, maybe even subscribe. And I hope you stick around, and right now I'm uploading every Friday, but that might change to Thursday in the near future. I'm not really sure yet. Alright, well, until next time. almost pink sky time. That's my favorite time, is when the sky is pink.